Dum, dum, ba-dum. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. It's me, your old pal, Mr. Brian. Raise your hand if you saw me last week. That was a trick question, because I wasn't here last week. I was at a wedding, but I made it out alive. And now I'm back to do story time for you. Did you miss me? Because I missed you too. As you can see, I'm wearing classic quarantine clothes. I got my sweatpants. I got my slippers. Got my Wu-Tang shirt. Got hat, hair, don't care. And I'm ready to do some story time with you guys. Anybody reading any new books? Now's the chance to talk about it. Yes, you. What are you reading? Good. I like that book. I haven't finished it. You. All right, good. Now that we've covered that, what are we having for dinner tonight? I'm going to your house, right there. You in the red. And now I'm going to eat everything in your fridge. So I hope you're okay with that. Because guess who's coming to dinner? This guy. All right. So it's been a long time, but do you guys remember how to shake the sillies out? Do you? Are you just saying no because you want to see me do my dance? Well, I don't want to disappoint you. So here's how I shake the sillies out. Let me get into character. That's how I shake the sillies. I just winded myself. Why am I tired after doing that? All right, that's how I shake the sillies out. You want to see it one more time? But in slow motion. Normal speed. That's me shaking the sillies out. But that's how I do it. And I'm sure that you do it differently because it's a dance that only you can do the way you do it. Because it's unique to you. So let the music move you however it moves you. You saw how it moves me, like this. As you can see, I'm amazing to dance with on the dance floor. Can you imagine? Everyone's like this dancing and all of a sudden like, hey, I'm having the best time. You want to dance? All right. Anyway, so let us shake the sillies out. Got my Green Lantern guitar, because why not? All right. Can you shake, shake, shake the sillies out, shake, shake, shake the sillies out, shake, shake, shake the sillies out, wiggle your waggles away. Can you clap, 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 clap the crazies out, clap, clap, clap the crazies out, clap, clap, clap the crazies out, wiggle your waggles away. Let's stop, 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 stop the sillies out, stop, stop, stop the sillies out, stop, stop, stop the sillies out, wiggle your waggles away. So technically I am wearing pajamas because this is my pajamas. So let us yawn. Yawn, 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 the sleepy, yawn, 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 the sleepy. I don't know how you can pretend to yawn because it turns into a real yawn every time. Why is that? Yawn, 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 the sleepy's out. Wiggle your waggles away. Shake, shake, shake the sillies out. Shake, shake, shake the sillies out. Shake, shake, shake the sillies out. Wiggle your waggles away. Wiggle your waggles away. Wiggle your waggles away. On the count of three, give me a cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. Ah. Isn't that nice? When we could dance together and shake the sillies out together. Wouldn't you like to take a trip? Wouldn't you like to go to another place or outer space or the star of your own show? It happens, believe it. You gotta do is read it. Just open a book and jump inside, 'cause it's waiting there for you. So let could be a pirate, an explorer, or a pirate. Have a lion for a friend, or whatever you pretend. It happens, believe it. All you gotta do is read it. Just open a book and jump inside, 'cause adventure's coming true. So let us welcome to story time. Welcome to story time. Welcome to story time. That was a tasty lick you ended with, Brian. I know, Brian, right? Amazing, Brian. I know. All right. Let us get on with the literary adventure. First up is a book called What? Cried Granny. So, with that being said, what did Granny cry? What? All right, one more time. What? Cried Granny. All right. All right. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Patrick. Everybody say hi, Patrick. Hi, Patrick. And he was having his first sleepover at Granny's house. And as the sun began to set, Granny said, Patrick, dear boy, it will be dark soon. Time to get ready for bed. But Granny, said Patrick, I don't have a bed here. Can you tell me what Granny said? She said, what? Cried Granny. She ran out to her yard where some tall trees were growing and chopped one down. Sorry you can't see it because of the shadow. All right, see, Granny's got some mathematics and some stuff going on here. Let's see what it says. It says, she carried it to her workroom, opened her toolbox, and made Patrick a fine bed. See, she's hammering, she's measuring, she's sawing, and she's drilling. All right. Then she painted it a restful shade of blue, put a comfy red mattress on it, and took it to the bedroom. There you are, dear boy, said Granny. Now climb into bed, lay your head on the pillow, and sail off to dreamland. But Granny, said Patrick, I don't have a pillow here. What did Granny say? Granny said, what? Cried Granny. She ran out to her hen house to wake up the chickens and collected a big batch of feathers. Sounds like she's gonna make a pillow, huh? She took them to her sewing room where she made a bag out of cloth, and then she stuffed it with feathers, sewed it up neatly, and gave it to Patrick. You can see she's cutting, stuffing, and sewing. There you are, dear boy, cried Granny. Now climb into bed, lay your head on the pillow, and tuck the blanket under your chin, and I'll kiss you good night. But Granny, said Patrick, I don't have a blanket here. Can you guess what's next? What? Cried Granny. She ran outside and headed for the hills where a flock of fat sheep were snoozing. She sheared off some of their wool and ran right back home. She took the wool to her basement and spun it into yarn, knitted a fuzzy warm blanket, and dyed it the prettiest shade of twilight purple. When it was dry, she carried it upstairs and spread it on the bed. Now, dear boy, said Granny, climb into bed, lay your head on the pillow, tuck the blanket under your chin, give your teddy bear a hug, and turn out the light. But Granny, said Patrick. Uh-oh. What does he want now? I don't have a teddy bear here. What? Cried Granny. Uh-oh. She's building a big teddy bear, huh? She grabbed her emergency sewing kit, tore down the living room curtains, cut, sewed, stuffed, added button eyes and a red ribbon, and made a teddy bear for Patrick. I want a big teddy bear like that. Now time for me to do my Granny voice. Now, Patrick, cried Granny, climb into bed, lay your head on the pillow, tuck the blanket under your chin, give your teddy bear a hug, and go to sleep. But Granny, said Patrick. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. It's morning. What? Cried Granny. Oh, that's a tearjerker. Gets me every time. All right. Last but not least, I haven't done this in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Pete the Cat. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. So, not to spoil anything, but Pete's buttons come off of his shirt. But the thing is, every time it happens, I want you to go pop. Can you do that with me? Ready? Pop. Good job. Okay. After you do that, I want you to go, oh no. So ready? We're going to go pop and then oh no. Okay, ready? Pop. Oh no. That's right. Okay. Here we go. All right. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. And just then, here we go. You ready? Pop! Oh no. Oh no. One of Pete's buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons does Pete have left? 2, 3. How many buttons? That's right. We have 3 buttons left. 4 minus 1 is 3. But did Pete cry? Everybody say, goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. And Pete kept on singing his song. He said, my buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. And just then, here we go. You ready? Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons do we have left? 2. That's right. We have 2 buttons left. But did Pete cry? Everybody say, goodness no! Buttons come and buttons go. And he kept on singing his song. He said, my buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. What a catchy song. I wish I wrote it. And just then, what happened? Here we go. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left on Pete's shirt? That's right, we've got one button left. But did Pete cry? Goodness no. He just said buttons come and buttons go. And he kept on singing his song. You guys ready? It's a major hit in Japan. My button, my button, my one groovy button. My button, my button, my one groovy button. And just then, uh-oh. Look what happened again. You guys ready to do it again with me? One last time. Here we go. Ready? And pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons do we have left on his shirt? That's right, we've got 0 buttons. But did Pete cry? That's right, goodness no. He just said buttons come and buttons go. But then Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? Well, if it's anything like my shirt, it's got a Wu-Tang W. What do you guys think he saw when he looked down from his buttonless shirt? I give up. Let's find out. He saw his belly button! The best button of all! And he kept on singing his song. He said, my button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I know I need to work on my singing. Thank you for being polite. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We keep on singing our song. Buttons come and buttons go. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me today at Rock and Roll Reading. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And I think the library's open right now, so if you guys have any requests from books, go in there, find a book you like that you want me to read, and send me a message. You can look me up on the Facebook machine. Look up Rock and Roll Reading. That's rock, the word R-O-C-K, and then N, and R-O-L-L, roll, reading. All right, and send me a message if you have any song requests or any book requests, and I would love to do them for you. And by the way, if you go on there, I have a new children's music video called Big Ol' Gorilla that just came out. It's on YouTube, and you can find it on that Facebook for Rock and Roll Reading. It's about a big gorilla that has quite an appetite and likes to count bananas. So, hopefully you'll check it out and send me a message. But until then, I will see you guys next time, and thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye!